WFAN. This is Mike's on Francesa on the Fan on this Football Friday, the 11th day of January, before the divisional playoff weekend. The weekend, I'd say that's probably more popular with NFL fans than any other. Great matchups abound, interesting matchups. Weather's going to kick in. It was snowing today in New England. It's snowing in Kansas City. They expect snow for the game there. So you got that to throw into the mix as we get ready for the four big games starting tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Classic quarterback matchups. Very interesting games all the way around, so we'll get to all those later. Picks. Bill Simmons on the Pats and whatever else is on his mind. I don't know. We haven't talked to Bill in a while, so Bill and I talked earlier today, so we figured we'd, just knock it around a little bit. 4 o'clock, he'll join us, so we'll talk to Bill. We'll sprinkle in some NFL stuff. Let's begin with baseball, though, because there's news here. The Yankees signing another infielder. Now, does this automatically mean no Machado? It doesn't have to. It most likely does, though. They signed DJ LeMahieu for 2 years, $24 million. Same money Murphy got. They say, wait a second, where's he going to play? Well, he's going to play everywhere. He's going to be the kind of jack of all trades that Lowry's going to be for the Mets. He can play everywhere. It gives them insurance everywhere on the infield. It gives them flexibility. The one thing, again, though, is he's right-handed. This Yankee team is outrageously right-handed. Outrageously. I mean, you could make a case that if Bird bombs and Voit comes up with the year he had last year, that they could start one guy who's not right-handed, and that guy's a switch hitter as far as an everyday player. Now, Guardy's going to be halftime split, fourth outfielder, that kind of thing. But you could start a right-handed player at first, second, third, short, catcher, DH, right field, and some of the time split a switch hitter in center field and kind of a platoon in left field. That means no full-time left-handed player for the Yankees in the lineup. Almost unheard of in Yankee lore. Almost absolutely unheard of. So the one thing you would keep saying is this team is the Mets need a right-handed hitter. They keep getting guys who aren't. And the Yankees are in desperate need of a left-handed hitter, and they keep getting right-handed hitters. So that's where this thing is. It's a little bizarre, but the Yankees have improved their defense, which is what they wanted to do. They added a couple of guys who are good defenders when they're healthy. That was the idea. And they added some flexibility to their infield, so they can go forward now without Manny Machado. I did think, because the Red Sox won this year, that the Yankees would add a big number. I thought they probably would add Machado. I'm happy if they don't. I'm actually overjoyed that they don't. I'd rather see the flexibility of the team. I do want them to add some left-handed power or left-handed. Now, maybe someone's going to surprise us, but I'd like to see some more left-handed presence in this team. But other than that, the Yankees have added some more pieces and some more flexibility. The arbitration numbers, who cares? I mean, if that interests you, go ahead. You knew DeGrom was going to get a lot of money. Betts got 20. His number's 20. The DeGrom number's 17. So, I mean, not surprising there. That's no big deal. If I were the Mets, I'd lock DeGrom up long term. That's what I would do, or at least reasonably long term, so that they don't have to make this a year-to-year thing. But they haven't done that yet. So that's where we are as far as that goes. On the football front, Joseph signed with the Cards as a defensive coordinator, which has everybody thinking that Williams could be the defensive coordinator here. He will spice it up. He will absolutely. You want a crazy talking defensive coordinator who's going to talk about knocking people's heads off and blitzing and knocking people down and all different things like that, body bags and everything else. Well, that's your guy, because he's got a lot of Buddy Ryan. He's got a lot of Rex Ryan in him. He's got a big mouth. That's what he's got. And it sounds like they are fairly far along to bring him in, especially since Joseph went and signed with the Cardinals. So that's where we are as far as that goes. Now, we're going to be in the next week before the Jets make this official. They haven't made anything official yet, but we know where we are with that. It's just be after the weekend, after we get through these divisional games. The divisional games upon us, nothing really new out of the 4 games except weather will be an issue in New England and in Kansas City, where in Kansas City they're actually expecting snow during the game. So we'll see how that impacts the 2, high-flying offenses and the very talented quarterbacks as they get ready to play 4:30 tomorrow afternoon in game number 1. And then, of course, Sunday, you started off with the Pats hosting the Chargers. Are the Pats, and that's where you really begin to, are the Pats, can they still be the Pats? They've been so dominant at home. They've become a fixture in the AFC title game. They haven't lost at home, since 2012. They have won 8 straight games there. They own Rivers. So, do they keep those streaks alive, or have they hit a little bit of a wall here? Now, I would tell you this. Roster for roster, Belichick and Brady aside, roster for roster, the Chargers have a better roster. That's not even an argument. I don't think if you asked an NFL team to take one roster to the other, they're going to take the Chargers roster. But they just want to take the quarterback and the coach for the Pats. Yes, and the tight end. Although he seems to be a shadow of himself right now, more than anything else. He hasn't been much of a factor. So that's where we are. Bill Simmons will join us. We'll get picks, everything else on this divisional playoff Friday. We'll get it all rolling right after this.